Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with Invest and Build Your Credit and Wealth. Today, we're going to be talking about getting approved for a credit card and how FICO 8 can help or hurt you in this process. But first, I want to say thank you for all my new subscribers coming to the channel. I definitely appreciate you taking the time and energy to look at my videos and comment and give good feedback. I really appreciate it. I get a lot of good feedback. I get a lot of emails, because I offer a free consultation to look at your credit. I will look at your credit for free. I get a lot of good comments about the content I bring and being honest about credit repair, right? So, and I want to continue to do that. I want to continue to guide you in the right. I help plenty of clients move in the right direction in an honest fashion and help them establish a really good credit profile. I'm not a credit repair that focuses on score. I focus on what does your credit profile look like and how would a lender see your credit profile. So that's what I do, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. And I just want to say thank you. But we still gotta like, subscribe, and share the channel. Let's continue to grow this channel, and I'm gonna continue to bring good content to you. So let's get into the class. The first thing we want to talk about, what should you do? You're gonna start looking. You should always look at your credit report. Look at your credit report before you start applying for credit cards, and understand that FICO 8 is what most lenders use for credit cards. And FICO 8 is a combination of 3 different FICO scores: FICO Experian, FICO 2, TransUnion, FICO 4, and Equifax, FICO 5. Those 3 are combined, and then you get a score, right? There are some other FICO scores, FICO 9, 10, and 10T, but we're not going to talk about those. Let's talk about your FICO scoring range, right? This is the FICO scoring range, not Advantage scoring range. So very poor, your score between 300 and 579. Fair would be between 580 and 669. Good would be between 670 and 739. And very good would be up under 740 to 799. And then excellent or exceptional would be 800 to 850. Now, what makes FICO 8 so special, right? Let me read this to you. FICO 8 is unique in its treatment of factors such as credit utilization, late payments, and small balance collection accounts. Here are some of the key notes on that. So again, FICO 8 is really hard if you're maintaining high utilization. So if you have $10,000 in credit limit and then using $8,000, you're at 80%. FICO 8 doesn't like that, and it's gonna draw your score down. Other things, it's isolated late payments on your credit report may not count against you as much as having multiple late payments. So FICO, if you just have that one late payment, it's not gonna really, it may draw your score down a little bit, but nothing if you have multiple late payments. If you have multiple, FICO 8 doesn't like that, and they're gonna draw your score down. Small balance collection account, which the original balance was less than 100, and FICO 8 ignores that credit scoring when those original collections are under $100. So, I mean, if you have a collection on your account, it was originally $79 is reported. FICO 8 doesn't even touch that. It's not even figured into your score. Now you should take care of it, because somebody looking at your credit report is gonna like, how he's gonna ask for credit? He can't even pay a $79 collection to get that off. So you want to get that stuff off your credit report or settled, but mainly you want to get it removed off of your credit report. Now there are different FICO 8 models. You have a FICO 8 credit card. And again, it's focused on what is your past credit card history. And you have a FICO 8 auto. It doesn't worry much about what your credit card history is. It's more aligned on what your auto loan history is. So, if you had a repossession, that FICO 8 auto is going to be down, right? It's going to draw your score down. Some of the main things you need to understand too in FICO is this. The FICO scoring algorithm is used by 90% of US lenders and in 90% of lending decisions. So many companies use FICO. That's why it's important to understand what your FICO score is. The next thing people don't talk enough about because they think it only applies when you get a mortgage or you're going out and getting a loan. But credit card companies do look at your debt to income ratio, right? We just don't talk about it enough, but they do. And I always advise clients to look at that debt to income ratio. It says a lot, and a lot of people don't look at that. And we're going to talk about that and how do you get it. But let me read something to you. Before applying for a credit card, you should look at your credit report and find out what is your DTI, with your debt to income ratio. And do you have any negative information that you could try to get off of your credit report before applying for a credit card? Now, how do you get this? So look, just add up your monthly bills, then divide it by the total gross income before taxes. So for example, you have monthly debt of $5,000 and your monthly income is $2,400. That gives you a debt to income ratio of 48%. That's really high, right? So, you want your debt to income ratio to be around 35%. And you want your credit utilization to be under 30%. Now the lender, you have plenty. That means at a debt to income ratio at 75% of your income is free income. And that's how they look at it. Even though that, you got groceries, gas, all that, they're saying based on your credit report, you have 65% of your of available income to you, right? Which is a lot, right? So you definitely want to look at your debt to income ratio. If you're at 50%, and they're looking at trying to give you another credit card, it could determine how much they give you in credit. So with low DTI, you may get a $5,000 card, but your DTI is so high, you may only get $500. You got to remember what's happening on your credit report and your debt to income, because you put that information in there. What is your income, right? So you put that, it's figuring out what your debt to income ratio is, and do they want to give you credit? Or if they do, how much credit they're going to give you, right? I always say keep your debt to income at 35 and your credit card utilization under 30. And if you do that, I promise you'll be in a great position to get approved for a credit card. Now let's talk about some of the different scoring modules that in the different categories that each credit bureau uses. So Experian they use FICO 9 and FICO 8. Equifax like to use FICO 9 and FICO 8. It's widely used. And TransUnion, the same thing. Auto lending, even though we're not talking about auto lending, I kind of want to go over this. Experian uses 9, 8, and 2. Equifax use 9, 8, and 5. And TransUnion use 9, 8, and 4. And then Verus used for credit card decisions, right? Experian uses 9, 8, 3, and 2. Equifax uses 9, 8, and 5. TransUnion use 9, 8, and 4. So just to let you know, and all this information that I give you is being put inside my updated master dispute package that in the next couple weeks I will be releasing. Right now it's up to about 131 pages of information. It's a little book, but I promise you it is solid information in here. So all this information I like to put in there because it's good information. You need to know this. You shouldn't just have to hear it on a video, but if you get the package, you'll have it readily available for you. And it's in digital form, and there's hyperlinks in here. So it's so much stuff in here that could take you for more information. So it's definitely a great book to get, but it's a digital book because I'm not going to put it in a hard copy form. I'll be able to send it to you because of the hyperlinks in there. So how do I build good credit? The first thing I would tell you is authorized user. Everybody always talk about that. Get your authorized user secure card, right? It's, depending on, do you have somebody in your family or a really close friend that allow you to piggyback off their good credit? If you could do that, yes. And then go get you a secure card. Go get you a secure card. Try to put anywhere between $500 and $1,000 on it. Don't just put $200. It's such a low balance. At least I would recommend to put, start off at $500 and at least get it up to $1,000, right? Because you can always continue to add into your secure card, and it's just like a savings account. Once you build your credit, you don't need it anymore, or the credit union changes it over to a regular card, you get your money back. Long as you pay it and there's a zero balance. So those are the two most things. But I do want to make caution. Do not try to build your credit report solely on authorized user, because now you don't have any control of your credit report. Everybody's card that you put on there, you don't have control of none of that. They make a late payment, it's gonna draw your score down. They run the limit up because maybe they had an emergency and you're on a card that they had to use to take care of stuff. Now your score is gonna go down, right? So everything is gonna go down because you have what do they say? You have released a lot of your control of your own credit report through authorized users. So it's all right to have a couple of them on there, but don't just be trying to get everybody to put authorized user in card because, it's going to raise my score. But when they look, they're going to see you don't have any credit. You're piggybacking. It becomes too obvious. So those are the two things I would tell you up front. Authorized user, credit card. But there's some other things. We're going to talk about some apps and some other credit cards and stuff that you can do. For iPhone users, there's an app called Grain. You can download it on your phone, and it's a line of credit that they give you a line up to $1,000, right? Does not run any kind of credit. It doesn't run an inquiry on you or anything, because they want the information from your banking, right? They want to look at what your banking information is. How much balance are you carrying? Do you have any overdraft charges and stuff like that? It looks at all of that type of stuff. You got money in the bank, I would recommend wait till you get paid where there's a bunch of money, then try to go and apply for it. And they report to the credit bureaus. I think I have it, so I think they report to two. I'm pretty sure it's Experian and TransUnion that it reports on. I don't think it reports on Equifax, but I could be wrong. I know it only reports on two. The other thing that you can look at is the Patel card. It is a Visa, it's a Visa card for those who don't have any credit history. This card isn't a secure card, though. You do need to have to put some money down. There are two versions of Patel. The first version has $300 to $5,000 limit with no annual fees, designed for those who have never established credit before. And then we have another one called Sequin card. This card is geared toward women. So it is the second version, and it has a $300 to a $10,000 limit with no fees, and it's designed for those who are building their credit. The card is designed for women. The Sequin card is like a credit card that operates like a secure debit card. All right, so it is linked to your bank account and is used like a credit card, rather than a debit card, so you have the additional layer of safety. Another one you can use is the Jasper card. This card is used who want to manage debt. The Jasper card offers up to $15,000 credit line. It doesn't look at a person's credit history, but also at their bank account. So it's a good idea for self-employed or other people who have a lot of cash on hand, but not necessarily a lot of credit. Self-lender is another one. It's a straightforward card designed for those who either have no credit or need to rebuild their credit. You can download that. That's an app. You can download that on your phone. Then we have another one, Chime. Chime is a bank account that allows you to put your payroll checks into there. It'll pay you 2 days early, and it's used as like a credit card. So that is another one that you can use. Something else you can do is look for pre-qualification cards. There's one out there called Aspire Credit. They give you a pre-approval, so they'll let you know you're pre-approved before you apply. You can get up to $1,000. They have another one called Surge credit card with a line up to $1,000. Both of those are pre-approved cards. You could try Fingerhut. Fingerhut is a good card. You're going to start off, depending on what your credit, you'll start off with a low balance, but I started off with like $250. I bought something small, like some sheets, paid it off, went to $400. Bought something small, again, went to like $800. Bought something again, went small, it went to $1,200. And bought something again, it went to $1,500. Then after that, they would be like, hey, if you buy such and such, we'll raise your credit limit for how much you use. So say if you have $1,500 and you went and spent $1,500, they would raise your credit limit to $3,000. So that's just another form. And this class is not for people with excellent credit or very good credits, people trying to build their credit report. You have Discovery that has a really good secure card. I tell you, if you're anybody, you got military personnel or you're military, Navy Federal, the way to go. I promise you. My wife got 2 cards with Navy Federal. I got 2 cards with Navy Federal. I mean, just out of our 4 cards, we'll probably have about $50,000 in credit with Navy Federal. So great credit union to be involved in, especially with getting credit. If you credit where you can't get a card, look, get a secure card with them. I've had family members and clients that have got secure cards, paid it, been on good history, and paid on it 6 months, and end up changing that card to a regular credit card. So go to your bank, go to your credit unions, and then get a secure card. Talk to them about, do you have any programs that if I make payments on time in 6 months, that I'll be able to move out of a secure card into a regular card? Talk to them and see what are their criteria for doing that. Other cards you can look at that look for people in the fair range, anywhere from $600 to $650. There's Capital One Platinum. There's Reflex credit card. There's a Merit credit card, and then there Avant. Capital One will give you a credit line up to $1,000. Reflex $1,000. Fortiva, I forgot. Fortiva will give you one up to $1,000. Merrick Bank will give you one up to $1,350. Avant will give you one up to $500. So those are all cards that if your FICO scores between 6 to 650, you have a very good chance of getting approved for those cards. Some cards that fair credit, some more cards for fair credit, the same as the cards we just was talking about, is the Amazon store card, JCPenney's, and Lowe's. So all those cards right there, and there's more out there. Those are just some of the ones I'm throwing at you. But those cards would deal with if you have fair credit. You really shouldn't be trying to apply for credit cards with low credit unless it's a secure card. Do not go out there and be just applying and running up inquiries on your credit report. The next thing is understand a Vantage score. Like, I know a lot of people, show you their Credit Karma scores and all that, but remember, there's not a lot of lending institutions don't use Vantage score, but there is somebody that does. They love Vantage scores, and that's Synchrony Bank. Synchrony Bank love Advantage scores, but how does the Vantage score looked at in reference to FICO? So I'm gonna go over that with you. So Vantage, look, the total credit usage and balance and availability of credit is extremely high in Vantage. Credit mix and experience, high impact. Payment history, moderate impact. New credit open, low impact, and age of credit, low impact. So total credit usage, balance, and available credit has a very extremely high impact on Advantage scores. So if you're carrying high balances on your credit cards, it's the same way with FICO, it's gonna punish you. Credit mix is high impact. So it's good to have a revolving, an installment, and a mortgage. But if you don't have mortgage, you can at least have credit revolving and installment loans. Definitely get you an installment loan. You can self-lender have where you can get an installment loan. Go to your credit union bank. See if you can get a loan or even a secure loan so you can get that reported on your credit report. You have to sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to take 5 steps forward. So sometimes it is what it is, but it's not about where you're at today. It's about where you're going. And you got to take the steps to tell you where you want to go, not where you've been, right? The nice thing about the Vantage score and Synchrony is Synchrony have a ton of cards that are down or use Vantage. American Eagle, At Home MasterCard, BP Visa, Chevron and Texaco Visa, Nissan Visa, Old Navy, PayPal Extra MasterCard, PayPal Cashback MasterCard, eBay Extra MasterCard, eBay Premium MasterCard, Sam Club Personal MasterCard, Synchrony Car Care Credit Card, Walmart Personal MasterCard. There are a ton. Ashley Furniture Home Store. There's tons of stuff on here. Care Credit. Chevron, I already talked about Chevron. Discount Tire Store. Flooring America. The Gap Store Card. There's Lazy Boy. There are tons. Myco. There's ton of different, store cards, and you can look this up. It's also in my master dispute package, in my updated master dispute package. But if there's anybody that's bought in the package and want this information, I'll definitely get it over to you. But I really appreciate y'all. This is it, man. It's all about understanding FICO 8, understanding how it works, looking at your credit report, trying to get the stuff removed, and build slowly. Don't be such in a hurry to build. Build. Add a credit card, use it, pay it off. Use it, pay it off. And work on the negative items on your credit report. So if you have any questions that I can help you, if I did make something clear, please email me. It's in the description. I am here to help you. If you need a free consultation on your credit, I'm here to help you. When I say free, I mean free. I'm not going to, at the end, tell you, well, this is what it's going to cost you this to do this. No, it's free. Right? So I'm here to help you. I am, like I said, working on this master dispute. It's so much more detailed. It's got more information in it. I mean, literally, I'm at the last page and I'm at 135 pages. and it's got a lot of information, man, and hyperlinks that could take you somewhere else, because this is digital. I want it to be a digital book where I send it to you. Scrolling down, you can hit the hyperlink. It'll take you somewhere so you can learn some more information on whatever topic it is. So I'm really trying to make this where it's definitely proactive, and it's definitely going to help you in your credit journey. So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you taking the time. Hey, please like, subscribe, and share. And I'm here, and we'll be back with some more good content for y'all. So I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good evening.